The town of Leland wants to hear from you today about plans to use an $8 million loan for park renovations. Town Council holding a public hearing this evening about taking out a loan for Founders Park. The town has been planning this project for years. They just recently set a plan to pay for it. They plan to ask the state's local government commission to sign off on the loan. The renovated park would include additions like an amphitheater, splashpad, veterans memorial, an updated playground, and walking trails. Tonight's public hearing is at 6 o'clock at Leland Town Hall. That's on Town Hall Drive, right across from Founders Park.